So there's this Crashout video. I think it happened early February, but it's been making the rounds recently. I guess it was just released from the court or something, and everyone's been reacting to it. And I mean, you understand why, because you rarely see a Crashout to this degree. Yes, the fact that it's a female to male trans. I mean, that's already an SSR rare pull right there. Like, why would anyone even want to be man these days? It sucks. But you have that, okay, and then this is in a courtroom. That's rare. Someone having some sort of thermonuclear meltdown in a courtroom is wild, but we get it, and it's great. However, my point here isn't just to make fun of them. It's to just call out their behavior. And this isn't because they're trans. They must have some sort of neurodivergence to some degree, but every single aspect of how they go about everything, like the talking to the judge, talking to the blue tie dude there, dealing with the police, everything they do is absolute rat tier behavior. And it's indicative of a problem that we have. We have this issue where people can just lie and rely on sympathy from social media, rely on a GoFundMe. This person's probably hoping that they'll get a $1 million GoFundMe and they can retire or something. I don't know. I mean, they do have like an aftermath of it, which I read about, where their practice is like, it's been around for like 13 years and now it's closed because of this, it would seem. And they were saying that they think they have the grounds for like a discrimination lawsuit. Big shocker, since they blame everyone for everything. But we'll get into it. Oh, yeah, right. They also said that they're in hiding or something like that because they're afraid for their physical person, which is silly. But I don't know. People do threaten everyone over absolutely nothing these days, so it's not really surprising if someone was threatening them, to be honest. So anyway, just getting into the video.
We were back to the issue at hand, which was you asked me to not provide testimony on behalf of my client. You asked me what paragraph it was. I pointed you to the exact paragraph.
Stop.
It's her education.
Stop.
Stop because you don't want to hear what the argument is.
Stop.
Right, so right there is an issue that you see all the time in modern conversation. I wouldn't say conversation exactly. It's this complete disrespect for power. Like, they think they're having a conversation with someone that they can win a debate with. They're a defense attorney talking to a judge. The judge has power. You see this all the time with these body cam videos. This isn't a body cam, obviously, but you see it all the time in body cam videos where some prick thinks that they are the ones with the authority. Like, oh, no, actually, police officer, I'm the one in charge. And then they find out, and everyone laughs, and, I mean, at least they're good for comedic relief. What is with that tiny gavel? I had not realized they have a teeny tiny gavel. That's so adorable. How do they actually reach it? That's weird. Anyway, continuing.
You interrupt me one more time, you are being held in direct contempt of court, and
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
wipe that smirk off.
I don't
your
have a
face.
smirk on my face.
Oh, yes, you
I do not.
I am not going to tolerate this from you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. There was a pause. There was a break. I wasn't done with my argument.
And I was not done with my statement. You interrupted again.
You see that? That was a bad move. So I would give them the benefit of the doubt there and say they just dropped it by accident. Not dropped it, but they meant to place it on the bench and then they accidentally dropped it. And that's clearly what they tried to portray. But their body language afterwards, I mean, even before that,
Done with my statement. You interrupted again.
they shrug, fake shrug, right? That's a totally fake shrug. So there's that, but then they go to put it on the bench, right? That's what they look like they're doing. But watch the way their hand bobs after they let go of the phone. As if they just threw it on the ground, like throwing a plate of food on the ground. Like, fine, F it, screw you. That's the vibe it gives. And then they cross their hands and they don't go to pick up their own phone. They just stand there like a jackass posturing. So they intentionally dropped it. And then they lie about it as if they're not being recorded, as if there's not a bunch of people. I mean, look at this guy, man. He is so done.
Do not throw your...
I did not throw. It fell off the bench. Please stop stating things that are not true, ma'am.
You like how it fell off the bench, even though it didn't even touch the bench.
Sir, you've got a room full of witnesses.
I do. I put it down. I did. I put it down and it fell down.
Pay attention to that as well. You've got a room full of witnesses. Yeah, I do. Everyone saw.
I did not fall.
Then settle down.
I'm not upset, and I'm not arguing. You're not
Yes, he is, though.
letting me make an argument. I'm not red in the face, ma'am. I'm not.
Stop. Our court reporter cannot get what we're both saying.
I am trying to make my argument. You interrupted my argument halfway through on an objection.
That will get...
So there he's saying that she interrupted him, but she was saying earlier that he was interrupting her. And she's the judge. Again, power mad, because they've never had someone smack them. Maybe not literally, but this guy's so done. The people like this, they need more than words. They need to spend a good year of their life on Factory Island, learning how the world works.
Every available deputy in...
Yes, ma'am, I'm aware. It's happened to me before.
It has.
Yes.
You're out of...
It's happened to me before. Yeah, of course it has.
line.
Yeah,
Of course.
I guess so.
Okay. If I push that
Or maybe
button,
because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over the state.
I don't know what...
And there's the immediate blame right there. It's your fault. Okay, so I had two videos pulled up. I didn't realize the other video had cut a specific bit of dialogue out of it. But what I had said to remember was them dropping the phone and claiming that they didn't drop the phone and claiming that there was evidence. Everyone has all this evidence around them. They can see that I didn't drop the phone. I didn't throw the phone or whatever. Okay, now this video has a little bit of extra that was cut out of the other one.
I push that
Or maybe
button.
because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over the state.
I don't know what you are.
You do, ma'am. It's not that you do.
I don't know whether
You do,
you're
ma'am. You
transgender,
do. You
other
do.
than you have...
Just over and over again, a little bit of this was in the other video, over and over again telling someone that they know what you're thinking, that you think what they're saying you think, that you believe what they're saying you believe, and then why even argue with someone like that? If someone's just going to accuse you over and over and say that this is what you're thinking, then it doesn't matter what you say, right? Just hold them in contempt right there. But it gets worse.
Just now,
No, ma'am, you
that
do.
doesn't have
You
anything
do.
to do
It's
with
happened when we
anything.
talked on the phone.
That wasn't talking, let me tell you. You were entirely inappropriate.
You were yelling
More
at
so
me, and I did
than-
not even know you were the judge.
And I didn't know you from Adam.
I
at
said,
that
my name
point.
is Rob Hopkins. I'm
Which
an
doesn't
attorney
mean
in
anything.
Oklahoma City.
No, sir, you did not.
Okay.
Okay?
There's no one there to know that, right?
Okay.
There's no one there to know that. Well, 2 seconds ago, when they threw their phone, they said there was loads of people that saw that they did not, in fact, throw their phone. And their excuse now is that there's no one there to see it. They accuse them. They accuse them over and over and over again, like 3 different times in this one little conversation. They're accusing them of all these different things. And then they end it by saying, well, there's no one there to know that, is there? Well, isn't that convenient for them that there's no one there to know that? Well, there is a lot of people who now know that this person is a lying sack of shit.
You do, ma'am. It's not that you do.
So we are pausing this until you get the ADA request form filled out and it gets processed.
So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been set twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically, and we are simply not even taking testimony.
Is your client available telephonically?
Yes, ma'am.
today?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then get her on the phone.
Thank you.
Your Honor, to which we would object. This is as clear as the nose on my face that this
Everyone likes this guy, this like old cowboy kind of style. Everyone likes it. Everyone, I mean, I do too. This guy's great. Everything about him's great.
woman will not appear before this court because she has a warrant or stealing
Objection, hearsay. That's not true. And you're ready
You
to
will find, sir,
Don't
that you
look at
cannot
me and
speak over me.
or shout at me.
I'm not putting it on there.
No, we're stopping.
I love the way he does that. This is peak.
Get out of my face,
I've been doing
sir.
it for a long
Get out of
time.
my face, sir.
You may step
Get
down.
out of my face.
You should leave this county.
You should leave this county. I love that. So good. Like everyone's commenting about how it's like this town ain't big enough for the both of us, that kind of thing. It's so good.
Get out of my face. Get out of my
These
face.
people are my friends, and you're being ugly.
And get out of my face.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Because you're in
Why? Oh man.
direct contempt of court.
He shouted at me.
Did he really? He slightly raised his voice because they were raising their voice. But you could only hear this person shouting, right? You couldn't hear the other guy. You couldn't hear Blue Tie. I don't know his name.
No, I'm not being. You did not even say that I was in
You are
contempt.
in
They did though, didn't they? They did say that he was in contempt of court if he had interrupted her, which they did like 3 more times afterwards, and all of these bailiffs have showed up. So what are they? Could they communicate telepathically or something? If she never said that he was in contempt, how are all these people showing up to arrest him? And this is like, it's every single excuse you could possibly imagine being used here. It's so cringe and so pathetic. The transgendered excuse, you didn't tell me that I was in contempt, I didn't throw it, I accidentally dropped it. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And there's more to come.
ready.
No, I'm not
Judge,
doing
I
my stuff.
apologize, but I felt very threatened by this person.
Ma'am,
The screaming and the yelling in court, I've never even heard that before in this courtroom.
With a smile. I've never heard anyone screaming and yelling in the courtroom before, and they're like, this is the smile of someone who thinks that they're being BS'd. They can't understand that they are the liar. And it's everywhere these days. Everyone lies about everything.
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Yes, we're going into the next excuse now, where they're going to instantaneously accuse the cops of violence. Instantly.
Put your hands behind your back.
Do not. Are you throwing me over this?
Stop resisting.
Throwing them. That's right. They were slightly turned around by about like 20 degrees so that they could arrest them because they're resisting arrest, and they accused them of trying to throw them over the bench.
I'm not resisting.
Okay. Put your hands behind your
I'm not resisting. They're actively resisting.
back. Stop resisting.
You know exactly what's
Why
happening.
don't you all walk that way so you
I
can...
can't walk. I'm being thrown down.
He said you know exactly what's happening to the judge. So, again, accusing someone else of something, some wrongdoing that they've imagined in their head.
Just settle down, walk that way.
Settle down. Do not grab me. Do not grab me.
And now telling other people what to do. Again, this is another classic thing that everyone does. You just tell other people what they're allowed to do when you are not the one in power.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Now, this one here does go for the knee. Did you see that? That is a bit odd to me. I don't know why they did that. But
What are you?
the screaming and shouting that you're being hurt. What do you want them to do? You're not going to leave. You're just you'd sit there all day long. I mean, this person would just sit there and piss on themselves, waiting for someone to handle their court case or whatever. They're not going to leave unless they're forced to leave. Words don't work on people like this. I don't necessarily think they should have kneed them in the side. I'm not sure about that, but it's just, God. Here's the knee.
You're hurting me. You just take me.
I mean, I understand the desire to do it, but I'm not sure that was legal.
I can't breathe.
And here's the next excuse. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Well, you know what the thing is? If someone can speak, they can breathe. That's a little trick there for you. And also, if you can hear them actually breathing with their fake, ridiculous gasping, then it also means that they can breathe. I don't know how they've ever gotten this far in life, honestly. These are the worst lies ever.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
cannot breathe. I can't
This guy is really into it.
breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Now they've just reduced themselves to a wild animal, just screaming.
Somebody call 911!
And now they've transitioned into saying, help, call 911. They're being arrested by the authorities. I don't know if that's a cop or a bailiff. I mean, they look like a cop, the one on top of them anyway, but what exactly do you think is going to happen if the cops show up, man? They're just going to help arrest you. There's just going to be more people arresting you.
Please! Please!
Please. Begging.
Maximum security.
Ow. A grown adult screaming, laying on the ground, resisting arrest, screaming ow in front of all of these people. And they'll never have any shame over this. That's the thing. Like, they've already said that they're in hiding for their own safety. They've already said that they are they're planning on suing for discrimination or whatever. There's no shame. This is a compulsive liar with subhuman, and that's not because they're trans. They have subhuman ability to interact with other humans. They are acting like a wild animal. They are acting like some sort of sprite, some sort of malicious fairy, some devil, whatever. They're just lying with every single breath. They have no decency, no shame, no respect, no courtesy, and this is the result. Contempt of court.
Ow! 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 Somebody call 911! I don't get a female officer now!
There's the next excuse. Get a female officer now, said the female-to-male transgendered person. So what exactly are they saying? That they're being sexually assaulted? In a courtroom? Surrounded by people while being recorded with a literal judge watching? Is that what they're saying? I mean, what? I mean, I know what. They're running through the checklist, aren't they? This is exactly what you saw loads of Karens do when they're resisting ICE, when they're doing like the No Kings rally right now and stuff. They are literally committing crimes while saying, I'm not committing a crime. I mean, they're taking a chainsaw and cutting people in half while shouting, this is a peaceful protest. Not literally, obviously. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people there. They might have. But this is just compulsive lying. It's disgusting, and everyone hates it.
Get a female officer now! Get a female officer now!
There aren't any.
I can't get up, I can't see!
Next excuse. They can't get up. And a second one. Combo. They can't see. I have glaucoma and terrible eyes. You can definitely see in that scenario.
He just threw my glasses!
Through their glasses. Now, I don't know, that one guy trying to knee them and break their arm or whatever they were doing, they might have thrown the glasses. I didn't pay attention, but I'm also more inclined to believe this person is lying about throwing the glasses.
I can't see! Give me my glasses! Put them on my face! No. Put them on my face, I cannot
So commanding people. They don't understand that they have no authority in this situation.
see! Please give me my glasses, I cannot see! I'm not trying to walk and I cannot see!
So embarrassing. They're just a compulsive liar who's willing to abuse and misuse everyone and everything around them, every system. And if they're willing to do all of that, think about what else they'd be willing to do. Think about what they'd be willing to do in a worse scenario. To end this video, here's a Reddit thread about this. Now, this thread, to be entirely fair to the people commenting, it starts right here.
The ADA request form filled out and it gets processed.
So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been set twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically, and we are...
Right, it starts at the telephonic thing, and he says, you know, this is clear as the nose in my face and all that. That's where it starts, to be fair to the people responding. But the responses, people just, they don't care about the whole story to any degree. I mean, you can clearly see that this person, from the rest of it, this has the whole screaming and the crying and all that. This has all of that. But these people, this comment here, you should leave this country. And then he says that this is absolutely some backwoods politics going on. 3.4 thousand upvotes, lots of people agreeing with them. Next comment down, as annoying as he is, there appears to be a strong bias and corruption going on. The other attorney took part in the escalating of this, in my opinion, and lots of people agreeing with him. I mean, there's someone providing the full video, which is good, but it's a small town corruption that charmed rural America, and the Electoral College made it viable on a national level. So that someone's just saying America bad right there. They're saying judges and juries are bad, which is not really an American thing. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was taken from Britain. A lot of our democracy was not invented by us. Sad to say, but I mean, how can you defend this person? Like, even if you missed that intro bit, how can you defend this person doing all of this? And yet they are, with thousands of people upvoting them for it. Because it's Reddit. It's Reddit. This person is acting like a total rat, and I'm glad that people are calling them out on it. Not the Redditors for some reason, but most people are calling them out on this. It's important to really make note of how this isn't just because they're trans, though. Like, it's not like, oh, they're neurodivergent, oh, leftist, or anything like that. This is just someone who is a compulsive liar, who has always gotten their way, and part of that is because people have given them some sort of social sympathy because they're trans, that they've been allowed to get away with certain things they shouldn't have. People like this, they belong in a factory. Let's be honest. They belong in a mill, grinding wheat down into dust. Like, let's just be honest. This is a compulsive liar, and I can't imagine they've managed to get to where they are if not for DEI. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Anyway, I know everyone's already said their piece on it. I just felt like, the more the merrier. So, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please do the YouTube things.